Uh, Tor Strange says, were you throw money at it, EVS, with the lawsuit? Will I throw money at what? With the lawsuit? Oh, with the for Rainbow Brute?
I felt here's what I felt. Of all these people, I thought you had an actual case against DC, and I know you have a good relationship. At when it happened, you were just getting checks for Justice League, but a current employee of a company sending asshole pics to a former employee, you could
yeah we're not employees though. This is the thing that people don't understand.
Yeah, but you can get the right lawyer to be like,
they would just be like
employers, but the fact that they didn't fire this person means they condoned it. Employee or they're still the employer. There was no repercussions for him, so they condoned it. And
no.
Well, this is my take.
Yeah.
Situation is, if I had an employee working for me and they left, even if they were a 1099, a general contractor, and one of my new general contractors, 1099, started sending asshole pics to them, and I didn't fire them, there might be a fucking,
Cecil, think about what you're saying right now. Think about what you're saying.
I'm saying that, like, DC Warner Brothers has an employee sending asshole pics to a
not an employee. I was never an employee of DC Comics. But I am always a freak.
You know what? You need the and if they get the judge who's like, he was 100% an employee. And
now if one of the editors was sending me asshole pictures, then I would sue. But this is just another.
What were the repercussions for him?
I don't know. I don't know if he's still working there. I don't. Is he? Does he have another job?
Of course he is. Yeah, there's no repercussions. That's a de facto, condonement of behavior. Of course.
No, but what is he doing now?
What? Listen, he only sent his asshole. This other woman led a man to his death, and they're giving de facto approval of her behavior by hiring. You know what I mean? It's like they're off the wall right now.
No, I don't disagree.
They're ripe for lawsuits.
I don't disagree. I just remember people saying you should sue Marvel Comics over Mark Waid's behavior, and those people don't understand.
Not Mark Waid's, but an employee. When you leave a company and a current employee starts sexually harassing you, you get that in front of a jury, and you're gonna have it's gonna be hard for them to explain why they didn't fire him on the spot and make a public spectacle of that firing. They didn't, and that is tacit approval of the behavior. And I think they don't realize how much they fucked up with that. And I know you like them, and you like Dan Didio, and you have a lot of friends there, and you appreciate the royalties. But I think you have a legit lawsuit against Robbie Rodriguez and DC Comics.
I mean, maybe. But you know what? Here, the thing again about lawsuits is that you better be pretty damn sure. Here's the thing.
Run it by a.
Cecil, what were the damages?
Go out of the comic book world, because I've actually sent you private stuff where I'm like, because I've actually worked my whole life outside of this world, and I'm like, I'm in shock at how fucking insane
the comic book industry sucks, dude.
The insanity of the comic book industry is beyond. There's no industry in the world like it, and I've been in a few different industries, and there's nothing that can compare to the insanity. If I worked at any fucking brokerage house and I left, and a current employee sent me a picture of their asshole, I would own half that fucking brokerage house. You know what I mean? It's like, but in comics, for some reason, it's like, well,
No, first of all, there are no damages, Cecil. It didn't cost me any money, so that's the first thing. And the second thing is that, again,
punitive damages, mental stress, and the threat, and the overall threat of this is what you deserve for going against us. No, there are damages. You whether you recognize them or not, there's damages from an employee sending an asshole pic and getting please, Spider-Verse came out and Robbie Rodriguez's name was all over the screen. There was no ramifications for his behavior. In fact, I guarantee you, his high fives. So no, you're wrong. The fact that that he was kept going and getting approved and pushed forward after that behavior meant their approval of such behavior. So I think you have a lawsuit that because you have emotional feelings and appreciation for DC, you would never think about doing, but they're still there, and you'd win that case fucking fast, and I don't think you realize it. Thank you. He left. It doesn't matter. I'm right.
Oh, here. I'll put it.
All right. Well,
no, I keep getting kicked off, and I don't know why.
Did you hear me though?
Yeah, I did hear you, and you're wrong. So but I love you, and the fact that you're saying this, I appreciate it. But you're not right. We would be, I'd be laughed out of court for that. And there's no one to sue except for Robbie himself. And I'm going to sue you for sending me a picture of your butthole. DC Comics, they can do whatever they want. They, if they want to, the only thing that they're going to do is face public ridicule, scrutiny, whatever, for continuing to employ this guy. But I don't know that they are.
You couldn't find any collusion of management saying we don't like this guy. Where you'd be like, hey, how
would I find that? They're so DC, you would never find stuff like that.
No, not that commanded him, but just the fact that they said we don't like this guy, and that would be a cue for him to do something like that.
No, I don't know.
No,
DC's not like that. I'm telling you, DC isn't like that. Here, I mean, look, Robbie Rodriguez belongs to that really weird Zoe Quinn cult of fucking SJWs. It's like, I don't know. I remember, here's the thing. I remember talking to Dan DiDio. I had one long conversation with Dan DiDio, and it was the last time I spoke to him, like on the phone. And I said, Dan, you wouldn't believe it. I know this sounds crazy, but there's a conspiracy. There is a conspiracy of social justice warriors that are connected to Marvel Comics and DC Comics, and their entire their entire reason for existing is to cancel non-SJWs. That's what's happening to me. And when I said it to him, I thought, he's never going to believe this. And he said, Ethan, you'd be amazed at what I believe. So like Dan knows. Dan knew that. It's like there's so much weirdness about DC Comics and the end of my time at DC Comics that I'm only just starting to understand.
DC Warner Brothers has to play a game also. How much of the general public knows that one of their artists, and Marvel artists, the guy who created Spider-Gwen, how many of the general public know that guy was sending pictures of his asshole on the internet? I would say the general public doesn't know it at all. How much is it worth it for them not to find out that?
Well, what am I going to keep it quiet? Did people
know? No. I'm saying a lawsuit would make it much louder. Even if you were wrong and lost, it might be worth it to just be like, done.
I don't know.
The settlement.
I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. To me, it didn't strike me as I'm so used to weirdness.
They're going to be pushing Spider-Gwen as a major character in the next 10 years. They're going to Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen are going to be giant characters in the next 10 years. And the creator is a dude who spent asshole pics. They don't want that going out. And I'm telling you, you may not win in court, but you know what? It'll never make it to court. They'll settle with you, and you'll get 6 figures for it. Fuck them. Do it.
I don't know.
Talk to a lawyer.
I don't want to talk to a lawyer. I don't want to. I don't want to fight on that level.
What about the personal pain? I remember you calling me, be like, the asshole. I can't sleep. The asshole.
You're willing to get up on the witness stand and testify to the fact that I called you moaning about my personal trauma?
Not
having
moaning,
seen
screaming. No, I wouldn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The threat of if you were talking about companies that make billions on a fucking third, it'd be like, go away here, bang, and you know what? Fuck them. Do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate it. I'll think about it. I don't think I want to make. Here's the thing. I don't think I want to make my career, my life, into the guy who's upset because he saw another guy's asshole. You know what I mean? I don't think that's where I want to put my energy.
I don't know. I don't think it's just that. You're discounting your reaction.
Ethan has haunting dreams.
No, you're discounting your reaction because there's nobody on this side of the fence who would even consider sending their asshole pic to Joe Casado or anybody. You know what I mean? But the fact that they could do that and think there's no repercussions for it is fucking wrong.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from. That's all. The fact that I don't know anybody who's like, hey, we should let's all take pictures of our asshole and send it to Joe Casado. I don't even think like that.
Degenerates do.
There's a guy over there who did it and thinks, what'll happen to me if I do this? Nothing.
Let me see what Robbie Rodriguez is doing now. That's the question. What is he working on? Goddess Mode is gone.
It doesn't matter. He's got Spider-Gwen. It's got Ultimate Universe. Sony's using his property. He's making money. You know what you got for Iron Sights. What do you think he got for Spider-Gwen?
I don't know.
A lot.
A lot.
Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I would say $20,000.
There's no stink on him, but he put his stink on you.
Okay. Hold on a second. He's on Twitter. Look at him. Co-creator of Vertigo's Goddess Mode. Oh, this is a parody account. There's a parody account of Robbie Rodriguez. Wait, no, it's not. That's his real account because he's got 8,282 followers.
People are saying I'm talking too much, but there is no business I could think of where a dude could send a picture of his asshole and work for Disney afterwards with no fucking repercussions. That's over. Your career's over anywhere else. It's like, oh, I happened to send my asshole pic to a former employee of yours. Like, oh, I guess you're never working here again. The fact that they're working here again means they're actually giving approval to the past behavior. They're setting a precedent that's okay.
No. By the way, could you share this picture real quick? This is Robbie Rodriguez.
Yes, hold on.
This is
Oh. This is the person that sent you a picture of their ass?
Yeah.
Ew. Yeah, I would sue them.
We gotta just destroy these people.
How does this guy work for company, send an asshole picture to the former employee of that company, and then still keep his job at that company? There's nowhere else other than comics where that would exist.
Wait. Is this guy trans?
You get that in front of a jury.
Then why is he
get that guy in front of a jury, please.
This is him right here, without a wig.
Okay. So he's just
a douchebag weirdo. Soy boy creep. Oh God, he's slimy.
He really needs to wash his hair.
Sorry. Yeah, I agree.
But
gross.
His whole thing is that he came up with Spidey Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up with spider powers, which existed, and Gwen, which existed.
So he literally just put a hood on the Spider-Man costume.
It's like me going, what if Batman had spider powers? Spider-Bat. That's Cecil.
No, it's more like, what if Commissioner Gordon had bat powers?
Right, yeah.
Bat Gordon. You know what I mean? Gross. I can't even look at this shit.
Disgusting. I'm sorry, Ethan.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if you guys worked in a restaurant, you'd have a lawsuit. For some reason, comic books has a different set of rules.
I know that makes no sense.
Like you'd be like, hey, I quit this job at this restaurant, and the current waiter is sending me asshole pics. And then I told the owner of the restaurant, and they were cool with it.
Mm.
And we're like, okay, well, you've got a suit. But
Wow.
for comic books, you're like, nah, yeah, comic books are weird. It's like, whatever.